In the heart of Kyoto, where cherry blossoms dance on the breeze and each sunrise whispers untold promises, a single smile holds the power to change destinies. This is the story of Hanae, how the warmth of a stranger's smile spread farther than she ever imagined, touching hearts in ways she could never have foreseen. Kyoto at sunrise, a fast-paced moment where every street buzzes with the tireless rhythm of people at work. But to Hanae, it all felt distant, like a beautiful painting just out of reach. She moved through the world, unnoticed, invisible. That is, until one smile changed everything. Maruyama Park, the heart of Kyoto's beauty, a place where nature speaks a language of its own. But as the cherry blossoms fell around her, Hanae felt lost, disconnected from the world's beauty. Each petal was a reminder of the dreams that had once filled her heart, now distant echoes of a life she no longer recognized. Kyoto at sunrise. It feels so alive, yet somehow I still feel invisible. Like a shadow passing through it all. I don't know when it began. This feeling of being unseen, like I'm fading from my own life. Everything moves so fast, yet I'm standing still, trapped in this haze of emptiness. Frozen in time, while every dream and hope I once had feels like a distant echo, belonging to someone I no longer recognize. I'm drifting, lost in this emptiness, disconnected from everything that once felt familiar. And then, amidst the blooms and gentle breeze, she saw him, Ryu. He sat with his gaze lifted to the sky and a soft smile playing on his lips, as if carrying a quiet joy within. His smile wasn't flashy or remarkable, yet it held a kind of life, like the warmth of sunlight breaking through clouds, and stirred something in her she hadn't expected. Who is that? He feels so familiar, like a distant memory I can't quite place. Could he remind me of someone from long ago? That smile, it stirred something deep inside me, like the carefree days of childhood, running through fields without a worry in the world. As their eyes met, his smile, simple and fleeting, sparked something deep within her. In that brief moment, Hanae no longer felt invisible. She felt truly seen. And with that came a quiet resolve. She longed to carry forward the kindness she had just received. A moment to share a smile and spread the sense of hope that had touched her heart. The streets of Kyoto bustled with life. But now Hanae felt she could see them differently. Every person she passed could be an opportunity. A single smile had lifted her day. And maybe, just maybe, it could brighten someone else's too. That smile, it gave me hope. If one smile could change my day and give me hope, maybe I can pass it on. That smile, maybe, just maybe, I can pass it on. And then she smiled. Just as Ryu had smiled at her, her gaze caught a weary barista nearby. And as their eyes met, her smile lit up his tired spirit. He smiled back, unaware that this brief, unspoken exchange would spark a ripple of kindness that would soon spread far beyond them both. That smile traveled, like a ripple across water, each person touched by it, carrying it forward. It began with a barista, inspired by the warmth in that smile, handing a free coffee to a weary customer with extra kindness. that customer feeling uplifted, helped a lost stranger with directions, and a friendly chat, easing the weight of an unfamiliar place. That stranger, in turn, passed a little boy at Fushimi Inari Shrine, and instead of hurrying by, offered a kind gesture, leaving the boy with a sense of gratitude. That boy later brought the smile home and showed kindness to his sister. Inspired by her brother's positive gesture, she carried it forward the next day at school, offering a smile and kindness to a lonely boy by sharing toys and playing together and spreading compassion in a simple, heartfelt way. Even the smallest gestures ripple outward, touching lives in unexpected ways. Life moves in mysterious ways, and so it was that Hanae found herself once again crossing paths with the man who had unknowingly changed everything. Ryu sat at a coffee shop, just like any other day, unaware of the impact his smile had had. But Hanae knew. She knew how deeply his kind smile had transformed her world.
It's him, after all this time.
His smile filled the space he had unknowingly carved in her heart. He wasn't just a fleeting encounter. He had become part of her story, one she never wanted to end. And as she watched him now, she realized Ryu wasn't just someone who had changed her life. He was someone who belonged in it, someone who felt like home. She approached him, her heart filled with gratitude, eager to share the story of how his simple act of kindness had touched not only her life, but the lives of so many others. And as she spoke, Ryu listened quietly, his gentle smile never fading. All the while, she longed for him to understand how that single moment, their very first encounter, had changed her life forever.
Your smile gave me hope when I needed it the most. And since then, I've been sharing it with others.
But as her words settled, he revealed something she didn't expect, something that would change her understanding of that day and of him as well. On that very same day, he had felt invisible too. His smile wasn't just an act of kindness. It was his way of reconnecting with the world. The twist, unexpected yet beautiful, was that in their shared moment of vulnerability, they had both lifted each other out of darkness. It wasn't just her life that had changed that day. It was his too.
Actually, your smile gave me hope too.
As they strolled through the park, a quiet understanding grew between them. What had begun as a simple smile blossomed into something much deeper, unfolding in unexpected ways. With every conversation and shared moment, Hanae and Ryu became inseparable, and Hanae realized she had discovered a new world, a world of connection and possibility. That single smile sparked a ripple of compassion, expanding outward and touching lives far beyond their own. It amazed her how one small gesture had not only brought two strangers together, but had transformed a fleeting moment into something truly beautiful, part of a kindness that kept growing and flowing onward.
Kindness in a simple smile isn't just something we give. It's something we share, and in sharing we heal.